I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Richie Joplin, Kenny Passmore on the front row. Daryl Klotz and Derek Schilling on the second row. Gerald Thanos Poole, Warren Moore on the third row. Gil Gwonk, Kevin Brunner have the fourth row. Clinton Chambers and Tim St. Jean round out the top 10. Jess Chambers starting in 11th. Mike Burgess in 12th. Jerry Bergeron starting in 13th. Chuck Sweeting at 14th. Albie Hewins in 15th. Daryl Whitford starting in 16th. James Lacey starts in 17th. And Rod Potgieter rounds out the 18-car field here at Darlington. Pace car rolling, all the drivers right behind, ready to go. Mostly trucking and iRacing, Jessica. $70 laps at this famed Legacy track. 1.36 miles. Different banking and radiuses at both ends of the track. Pace car is in. Out of turn 4, Richie Joplin in control. Green flag is in the air there, down and away at the Lady in Black, Darlington. Richie quickly clearing into turn number 1. Whoa, a couple of guys getting loose out of turn 2. Jess Chambers appeared to have some problems here early. Back up on track, going the right way. Richie out front of Kenny Passmore. Daryl Klotz in third. Derek Schilling fourth. Gerald Poole currently in fifth. Kevin Brunner picking up a spot here early, as is Tim St. Jean. Mike Burgess also picking up a spot move. Oh, Burgess is the first to get a stripe at Darlington. Burgess slow out of turn 4, drops low, trying to get his momentum back. Meanwhile, Derek Schilling's new paint scheme has him flying. He has the fastest lap so far. Hey, good evening, Russell. You can message me, Jessica, but it'll be tomorrow before I can look at it. Rod Potgieter already up 2 spots into 16th, starting to make his way forward. Mike Burgess's problem in the wall earlier on, he has dropped all the way back to 17th. Appears that car has taken more damage than we realized. He is definitely off pace early. Richie Joplin still in the lead. Passmore in second. Klotz in third. Schilling in fourth. Warren Moore currently running in fifth. How's it going, Russell? Oh! I believe that was Bruner that kissed the wall. He's got his Darlington stripe. Expect every one of these cars to get a stripe on that right side from kissing the wall at some point tonight. Russell, any ETA when you'll be back with us, buddy? Kenny Passmore staying within striking distance of the leader, Darrell Klotz. Derek Schilling right there with him. Warren Moore losing some ground. Starting to see some lap times dropping off already. Gerald Poole back to 6th. Bruner has moved up to 7th. Gilgwalk in 8th. Tim St. Jean in 9th. Jess Chambers now up into 10th. The top 4 on a breakaway. They now have a 2-second gap, almost 3 seconds now. Back to 5th place, Warren Moore. I will get it done later tonight, Jessica. Richie Joplin on the attack, though, out front by 0.6 of a second and gaining ground as he pulls away. This track is definitely tough on the tires. It is abrasive. And the different ends of the track and the setup cause the tires to wear so quickly. Richie is doing the top 4 really doing a great job of managing the tire wear. Right now, they have only lost about a half second a lap, but you get further back, some of the drivers already off by a second a lap. Gerald Poole now on the defensive. Gil Guac has been saving. He looked to the inside. Couldn't quite get there yet. Chuck Sweeting also on the move. Sweeting up 4 spots already. Currently running in 10th place. I believe. No, Chuck did qualify. Had a bit of a rough qualifying lap, but man, get into the race, and he is on the attack. And from 6th place, Gerald Poole on back. They are still nose to tail all the way back to Kevin Bruner, who has dropped back to 11th. Caution! Caution is out. First caution of the night, lap 14. Jerry Bergeron involved. He is towed to pit road. Let's see what happened to Bergeron. Side by side. Oh, just comes across the nose of Chambers and ends up nose first into the wall. The engine obviously blown. Take a look down from above. Oh, just a hard hit. And you see the puff of smoke, the engine was gone. Hey, good evening, Navy Joe Coffee. Jessica, I will follow you back, but it'll have to be later tonight, ma'am. Everybody is on pit road, 4 tires and fuel for all the drivers, 10 laps in, and every one of them is happy to be getting a fresh set of Goodyears. The tire wear here is very dramatic, as we talked about. At the 10 lap mark, drivers over half a second slower, some as much as a full second slower. Richie Joplin pulls off pit road, maintains the lead. Kenny Passmore in second. Derek Schilling third. Warren Moore in fourth. I'm sorry, Daryl Klotz in fourth. Warren Moore in fifth. Gerald Poole appears to have gotten a speeding penalty. He is still on pit road. Rolling off pit road now, Mike Burgess also rolling off. Jerry Bergeron still on pit road. Remember, Home Motorsports, they do not have a fast repair. So Bergeron has to wait for them to drop in the backup engine. The lights are out. Everybody stacked back up, ready to go. And since we did get this early caution, let's have a little bit of fun, folks. When the green flag drops, we're going to stop talking, let you guys listen to all the horsepower on track. It's time to crank it up, folks. Richie Joplin in control when the green flag drops. You guys crank it up. Here we go. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. Crank it up, y'all. You gotta love listening to all that horsepower, but Tim St. Jean has had a problem, is slow on the inside of the track. Let's see what happened. Looks like Tim gets loose, tries to save it. A hard hit into the inside wall. He gets rolling again, but man, what a setback. And great wreck avoidance by Chuck Sweeting. He just barely managed to avoid that incident. Gerald Poole, after that penalty, starting to make his way back toward the front, now back up to 15th. Richie still out front, but Derek Schilling has been on the attack all night long and is back in it, up to second place. Kenny Passmore in third, Darrell Klotz in fourth, Jess Chambers currently in fifth. Warren Moore currently in sixth, Gil Guac in seventh, Chuck Sweeting in eighth. Ron Potkeeter, he is really on the move. He is up 9 spots into ninth, and Albie Hewins in his rookie race with Home Motorsports currently in 10th. Don't forget some of these drivers. Oh, holy cow! Potkeeter, a big problem, out of 2. Managed to maintain position. Great save by Roth there. As I was mentioning, some of these drivers you will see in the North Wilkes 100 later tonight, including Gerald Thanos Poole. Make sure you tune in at 9 Eastern for that one. Richie still out front. Darrell Klotz has now moved up into third place, having gotten past Kenny Passmore and pulled away dramatically. Klotz passed him, and then less than a lap later, over a second, now almost 2 seconds ahead of Passmore, and reeling in Derek Schilling just 1.5 seconds ahead. Tim St. Jean has gotten that car fixed, back out running. He was on pit road for an extended amount of time. Obviously significant repairs to the car. We'll see if he is back up to speed. Kenny Passmore in fourth, Jess Chambers in fifth, Warren Moore sixth, and Chuck Sweeting. I'm sorry. Kenny Passmore in fourth, Jess Chambers fifth, Warren Moore sixth, Gil Guac in seventh, Chuck Sweeting in eighth. Still all right there together. Rod Potkeeter back in ninth, reeling them in. 10th, 11th, and 12th also all still nose to tail. Albie Hewins, Clinton Chambers, Kevin Bruner. Darrell Whitford back in 13th, and James Lacey in 14th. With Gerald Poole looking to take 14th. Gerald obviously frustrated after getting a pit road speeding penalty. Clinton Chambers has had a problem. No caution yet. He is towed to pit road. We will not get a caution. Let's see what happened. There's Clinton right in front of Kevin Bruner. Oh, just hits the wall. And Bruner has nowhere to go. Gets into his bumper. and sends Chambers to the infield. Oh! And a very close call by Mike Burgess. Wow. Remember, the drivers pitted on lap 16, so about 15 laps. Now, on this set of tires, Richie Joplin's fastest lap of 30.49. Last time by, 31.34. Almost a full second slower. A lot of the drivers back behind are at a second or more slower. Tim St. Jean has gone back to pit road for more repairs. Derek Schilling starting to lose ground in second. Schilling now 4.1 seconds back. Darrell Klotz right on his bumper in third. Kenny Passmore battling with Jess Chambers. Jess has the run. Jess Chambers now up 7 spots into fourth. This track is all about patience, letting the other cars come to you, letting the track come to you, and if you can be patient and play the game, save the tires, and race the track instead of the other drivers, you can definitely make up a lot of ground here. Jess Chambers up 7 spots so far. Chuck Sweeting up 6 spots into 8th. Albie Hewins up 6 spots into 9th. And Rod Pontgeter, despite that incident earlier, still up 8 spots into 10th. Darrell Whitford up 4 spots into 12th. James Lacey up 4 spots into 13th. Mike Burgess is really slow as the leader goes by. Looks like he may have just pulled down. No, that car may be having significant problems. You can see he already has multiple stripes on the right side. Richie Joplin's lead continuing to grow. Now 7 seconds over Darrell Klotz. Derek Schilling's car going away quickly. You saw him get loose out of 2. He is going to pit road. They are within their fuel window. He can go the distance from here. Likely to see a lot of drivers hit pit road in the next few minutes. Remember, Schilling was in 3rd place when he came to pit road. He was one of the fastest drivers out there. He'll come back out with the freshest set of tires. We'll definitely keep an eye on him because it is extraordinarily fun being out on track when you're the fastest car out there by a lot. Tim St. Jean is still getting work done on the car. The toe is way out on the car. A heartbreak for the guy leading the points coming into tonight. Mike Burgess now on pit road as well. Derek Schilling appears to have got a speeding penalty. Schilling now on his way off pit road after the penalty. Remember, Schilling at one point was in 2nd place. He was in third when he came in, as the leader just went by him. But just watch as that car comes up to speed. On those fresher tires, last time by, the leader, Richie Joplin, a 32.07, but fastest lap tonight for Derek Schilling, 30.55. He is going to be flying around the other cars here in a moment. See if we can hop on board with Derek, and you see how quickly he runs down the old tires on Richie Joplin. Quickly clears the leader and regains one of his laps. You can hear him feathering the throttle, trying to maintain as much speed as the tires will allow. And you see how quickly he's running down the car ahead. Warren Moore is now on pit road. Looks like James Lacey just ahead as Schilling just reels him in less than a lap right to his bumper. Has to get out of the throttle, out of two, just to avoid hitting him. Mike Burgess has been on pit road for an extended amount of time. Remember, that car was slow on track. He was definitely struggling. Warren Moore now on his way off pit road. Perfect pit stop. No penalty for him. Drivers are going to have to be extra careful on pit road here tonight, as we've already seen a couple of penalties tonight. Drivers were talking about 40 to 45 laps on a tank. Jess Chambers and Gil Guac are on pit road. All the drivers last pitted on lap 16, leaving them about 10 laps short on fuel. And I seriously doubt anybody could conserve that much fuel. You'd have to give up a lot of time. Kenny Passmore is on pit road. Rod Potgieter is coming in. Richie Joplin giving up the lead. He is in. If he stays out, that'll let Chuck Sweeting rotate through to the lead. And at the line, Chuck Sweeting leads for the first time tonight. Sweeting was flying through the field early on in the race. If he can nail his pit stop and everything goes his way, he is not out of this yet. Gerald Poole is in. Sweeting is headed in. Kenny Passmore, Rod Potgieter out. Albie Hewins is in. Kevin Bruner is in. Gerald Poole is also back in. Darrell Whitford, James Lacey, look like they are the last two to complete pit stops. And Whitford has taken the lead. That'll be the first time tonight Whitford has been at the front. James Lacey sitting in second. Richie Joplin, who was leading before pit stops, now into third. Chuck Sweeting in fourth after his pit stop. Holy cow! Jess Chambers in fifth, just drifted it off of two. See if we can get a shot of Jess Chambers exiting turn two a moment ago. Coming out of turn two, that car way out of shape, quickly gathers it up. A great save. We have seen a lot of that here tonight. Caution! Caution is out. Only our second caution of the night. Trying to see who was involved in this one. Looks like it may have been Kenny Passmore. Let's take a quick look. Kenny Passmore right behind the 41 of Darrell Klotz as they head off into... Oh! Passmore just gets in there more than Klotz. And Passmore, heavy damage. Taking a look from the blimp. Ouch. Big hit in the 85 right behind, just barely managing to avoid that. This is a big help for Chuck Sweeting. Chuck started back in 14th place, was coming through the field on that long green flag run, came off pit road in 4th place, now up to 2nd. Will restart right there with Richie Joplin. It is going to be a dogfight to the end. Less than 20 to go when the green drops. Surprisingly, very few cars heading to pit road for tires. It's only been 4 to 5 laps for most of these drivers, a few of them about 6 laps. They're taking advantage of their current track position. So Richie Joplin, Chuck Sweeting, Darrell Whitford, James Lacey, Gil Gwalk, your top 5 at the moment. Kenny Passmore and Darrell Klotz both on pit road after that incident. Kenny definitely has got the worst end of that. See if we can get a cameraman there to look. Klotz does have significant right front damage to the car. This is definitely not a track where you want damage to the right front. That right front quarter panel is giving you a lot of your downforce. Take that away. That car is not going to want to turn. That right front quarter panel is, you're leaning on your right front tire through these turns. That quarter panel helps push that tire down into the track, giving you more grip. When you have damage to that right front, it is a problem. And Tim St. Jean has made it back out on track. The points leader currently in 17th. Hoping to pick up a few spots before this is over. Pace car is back in. Richie Joplin in control. Green flag back in the air. 16 laps to go here at Darlington. Chuck Sweeting quickly slides in. Darrell Whitford now at 13 spots into third. He has been quietly making his way through the field all night. Interestingly, he has fresher tires than the top two. Gil Guanc, Jess Chambers, James Lacey all also have fresher tires. Kenny Passmore in 7th. Likely has the freshest tires, but has no front clip. Kevin Bruner now back up into 8th. Darrell Klotz in 9th. Rod Potgieter in 10th. Albie Hewins holds on to 11th. Gerald Poole has fought his way back to 12th. Richie Joplin just set the fastest lap of the race, but he is unable to pull away from Chuck Sweeting on his bumper. Gil Guanc in 3rd has lost a lot of ground to the leaders now, 2.1 seconds back. And James Lacey is now up 11 spots into 6th, trying to run down Darrell Whitford. Whitford up 11 spots into 5th. Whitford was up in 3rd place at the restart, but looks like he is losing a little bit of ground. Gil Guanc, however, in 3rd place, trying to make up ground on the top two. Richie Joplin out front is definitely watching his mirror. Sweeting was one of the fastest cars on that long green flag run. Hopefully his connection will hold. You gotta be impressed with Kenny Passmore. No front clip on the car. Whoa, Gerald Poole is slow up top. Everybody trying to maneuver around him. Gerald is a lap down now in 14th. That big group coming by. Everybody gets by clean. Passmore still holding on to 7th. Bruner in 8th. Klotz back in 9th. Potgieter in 10th. A great run for Rod here tonight. Up 8 spots. James Lacey in 6th, may be in trouble. Kenny Passmore and crew have caught him. Darrell Whitford may be safe, back up in fifth, 4.3 seconds ahead. But up front, the battle is still on, and it did appear on the long run that Chuck Sweeting was the faster car. With 8 laps to go, the top two have broken away by over 4 seconds. On third place, Gil Guac. Jess Chambers back in fourth, Darrell Whitford in fifth. Kevin Bruner came in tonight second in points. Tim St. Jean had the points lead. Gerald Thanos Poole was in third. A big shakeup gonna happen in the top three. Actually, Derek Schilling came into the night fourth in points. He is back in 13th. Jess Chambers was fifth in points coming into the night. Currently fourth on track, and with the top 4 cars having issues, it is going to be a great points night for Jess. 5 laps to go at Darlington. Sweeting staying right on the bumper of Richie Joplin. They continue to extend their lead, now at 5 seconds on the rest of the field. Somehow, Kenny Passmore continues to hold on to 6th. They have caught and passed James Lacey. Lacey back to 10th. Derek Schilling back in 13th, still has Thanos right behind in 14th. Jess Chambers just lost 4th place. Darrell Whitford has gone by. And Kevin Bruner looking for a pass. He's got the run. Bruner now to 6th place. Two laps to go for Richie Joplin. Does Chuck Sweeting have something left for him? Down the back straightaway, Sweeting staying right on Richie's back bumper. Out of turn 4, here we go. White flag is in the air. One more time around. What does Sweeting have left in the car? He looked low, headed into turn 1. He needs to build the momentum, get the run off 2, and get underneath before turn 3. Off into turn 3, still has not made the attack. One more chance out of 4. He will not have enough. Richie Joplin wins at Darlington. Chuck Sweeting coming home in 2nd. Gil Guac in 3rd. Darrell Whitford holds on to 4th. Kevin Bruner on the last lap moves up into 5th. Richie Joplin back in victory lane. Chuck Sweeting comes home in second, picks up 12 spots. Gil Guac picking up 4 spots on his way to third. We're going to try and get a word with our top 3. Looks like Richie may be the only one available, so we will start with our winner. Richie, congratulations, buddy, back in victory lane.
Yeah, old Chuck kept me honest. He's staying right there with me at the end.
He definitely did, man. That was a heck of a run there at the end, and it looked like a couple of times he might have something for you, especially on the long run.
Yeah, I think I should have pitted that last caution just to get me a little bit fresh tires, but I thought, no, I want to stay out and see what happens. And it paid off for me staying out, and I appreciate Chuck racing me clean, and I have a lot of fun racing with these guys.
Well, man, a great job tonight, buddy. Congratulations. A great win here at Darlington.
Thank you, Doug. That's my first win at Darlington was tonight. So I've always wanted to win here, so I finally got a win.
Good job,
I'll
buddy.
take it.
Richie Joplin comes home with the win. Looks like third place, Gil Guac, is available. Let's see if we can get a word. Gil, that was a great run to come home in third. You just managed to quietly work your way up there.
Yeah, having a good time, man. I like this track.
I have to say, this is one of my favorite tracks as well, and you obviously handled it really, really well. Just seemed to have the speed in the long run, and once you broke away, nobody could touch you.
Yeah, no, it's I like this place. I don't know why. For years, turns 3 and 4 used to screw me up, and I'd get killed there every time. And now I'm sort of getting a little better at it. I'm rolling the corners a little more, and you know, yeah, to get out of here with a third place, man, I'm happy.
Well, man, a great job, a great podium finish tonight. Congratulations, Gil. And congratulations to Chuck Sweeting coming home in second place. And thank you guys so much. But don't forget, we've got another race coming here shortly. You're not going to want to miss out on the North Wilkes 100 at North Wilkesboro at 9 Eastern. We'll be live a little bit early to talk to some of the drivers and look at the track through our new cameras. We'll see you guys again here shortly. Have a great night, everybody.